is up, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am shooting right back at you today with another episode of Do Not Mess with Sub His Minecraft World. I know that I have never called it this before, but since people do not seem to leave me alone in this world, I will try to make it as clear as possible that people really need to stay out of here because I am getting sick and tired of this every day. So last week someone broke into my house again after I moved like 1,000 blocks away from my old house. So you might be thinking like, well Sub, what in the world are you doing right now? I mean, I am just throwing around with some blocks, right? Well no, you would be kind of wrong about that, because what I am doing right now is nothing less than necessary when people think that they can just fool around with my house and destroy my property and belongings. Now, having said that, I am going to be dedicating this video today to make the most secure house possible in the world of Minecraft. Even though this might sound a little bit over the top, I think that it is my right to secure myself and my house to the fullest range of my capabilities, and I am willing to pay a lot of Robux for these security measurements that I am going to be taking today. Because like I previously said, and before that, I am sick and tired of the fact that people seem to not care about any of my personal belongings in here. I mean, I have said this 1,000 times already and I am going to be saying this again. I only join into this Minecraft world whenever I need some peace and some rest and just some space in general. I mean, I got dumped by this beautiful lady this week and I am just tired of people stealing my stuff and all of that. So right now I am going to be protecting my house, and I am going to make sure that anyone who dares to still cross me with all of this, well, I am going to make sure that ends will meet with them, because I am not backing down from a fight and I am not going to be putting down these arrows because I am SubZeroExtabyte and I am going to become a force to be reckoned with. Now with that said, I will still have to do a lot of things to actually get done with my security installations, but you know that will come with time, and I hope that the people who still think that they can just try and mess with me are able to see then that I am not someone that they can fool around with. Because like I said previously in this video, and as I have said in many other of these Minecraft videos, I only come here when I need some rest and relaxation and some peace of mind. So with this little chest I can actually make sure that I can keep the peace around this place of Minecraft, and it will be awesome today, because inside of said chest there will be something far more cool than anything we have seen before on this channel. Well, today is just the time that I am going to be defending myself against these people to make sure that I can just use this beautiful world that we call Minecraft for my relaxation and some spa kind of like activities. Now that may sound weird, but you know, a man has got to do what a man has got to do to get some relaxing around here for himself, right? Now let's do this by building a little base where we can store this awesome stuff. Now it may not look like something with high-tech security right now, but once I am done with all of the building and construction, then you will be able to see that no one thief will be able to storm into my base and steal this stuff. That is just how good I am at this, and that is just something that I like to do. I like to prove people wrong, and that is just the thing that I am going to be doing around here. Now let me quote you this from a book called Walden, written by Henry David Thoreau, and he says, and I quote, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them." So I feel like I have always been the one that was building castles in the air. Now need it be that I did that around here in Minecraft or Roblox or just in my head, that does not really matter. The essence of this quote is the fact that he says that you need to put the foundations underneath those air castles, and that will make sure that they become a reality. So the foundations are the hard work that one were to put in when doing something like that. Now I will be the one who is going to put the foundations underneath of my castles in the air. I am going to make sure that no one can mess around with the SubZeroExtabyte the Great anymore, and they will all regret every crossing me. Now next to testing all of these things, I will be doing just a little bit more, because I feel like I owe this to all of you guys out there. I mean, we have not been talking about life as much lately, so you know, I just want you guys to know what I've been up to and such, and I just want to talk a little bit to you guys and show some interaction, because you know the time of the year is coming again, where the days start to get a little longer and the sun starts to shine just a little more often. Not that it is much, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers, I guess. But yeah, so I will be testing a lot of things today, and I will be talking about myself a lot today, so you will just have to watch out for that, because this is going to be great right now, and I can pretty much assure you of that. But starting with this Hulk suit, It is going to be lit, people. Now let's see. I think that we are all ready for this. Hold down your arms and legs please, and boom goes the freaking Hulk. Now what will happen to us with this thing? Will it just smash some blocks down? Oh nope, that is a total and absolute nope. What the actual heck happened to this? These Hulk variations are getting bigger and bigger. This is just crazy. Who would even come to think of making something like this? That must have been one crazy freaking person. Probably some mad scientists. But you know, if you were as smart as a scientist, then you know, I guess everyone would be going mad. That is actually something that has been proven. The fact that smarter people usually have a higher chance of getting things like a depression. That kind of gives a perspective to things. Sometimes knowing all is not the best thing for a human, especially when you do not know how to process some things that are like really big and revealing. It is something that makes you think, does it not? But well, we are not here to think now, are we? We are here because we want to see things getting Hulk smashed. And you know, you are not wrong for coming here for just that, because that is basically the only reason why I am here. But then again, you can guess that we are also just here to fool around and not talk about serious topics for a while. So please excuse me if I go too far on some subject, but sometimes it is rather hard for me not to talk about things that I know a lot about. So like I said, please just excuse me for that. So these bases are not perfect, meaning that I will also have to protect what is inside of those things, which is me, and that is exactly what these suits things will be doing. No one is ever going to steal from me ever again. You could see this as my way of getting payback on the people that tried to wrong me over the years. So I will not stand for any of that, and I will do whatever I will be needing to do to actually get this done and finally get back to all of the relaxation stuff that I was doing before. So let me do this right now, and it will pay for itself in the long run. I mean, all of these things are like state-of-the-art equipment, so yeah, I had to pay a state-of-the-art price for it, especially this Iron Man suit. But that is all worth it if you ask me. I mean, eventually in the long run all of this will be paying itself back, because you know, this means that less items will get stolen and I will not get grieved as often. So without all of that, I can just focus on maximum relaxing around here, and that way I can work even harder when I am back in Roblox, which will make sure that I can make more and better videos, ending up in me doing a better job and making more money so that I can keep doing these kinds of videos for you guys. Now I have still got some tricks up my sleeve for any of the guys that still think that they can come around here and bamboozle me. It is like this controlled confusion. It is all a grand illusion, because even though they think that they can just bamboozle me like that, I will show them that I can bamboozle them even harder, because I can get really high with this suit right here, and we will conquer Earth. That will make the boys proud. So it looks like we are about to be done with this thing and it will be fully operational. But would you just look at the capabilities of this thing? It is insane. I mean, I have been to New York and other big cities, and the fact that those buildings and skyscrapers are so high is insane. But this thing, well, this is just something else for a change. Usually, like with the normal mods, it is cool. But this thing can fly, boys. Well, oh my god, I am not sure what I have just unleashed, but I can tell you that these are a lot of flying fire. But you know, I guess the maid will clean all of that up, because I will need some more time to experiment with all of these things before I actually end up having to get arrested or anything for doing this. Usually you can only fool around with explosives on the 4th of July, but since that is not today and neither is it New Year's Eve, so I could probably get busted for doing this. But you know, if that is what I have to do to fight for my freedom, then I will be glad to do anything right now, because I am not backing down right now. I will be the one who will come out on top of this today. Now we are basically done, so that I can test to see if this thing is fully operational. Yes, I just quoted Star Wars. What are you going to do about it? That is right, there is nothing that you can do about it, because right now SubZeroExtabyte is a free man. Of course that means if there will be no visitors coming around right now, because then he would have been able to hear my entire plan and I would be screwed either way. But of course that does not matter right now. So just like I said, there is going to be a lot changing around here, since I cannot just go out and about anymore, and I will have to stick close to my chest, because otherwise there will be a lot going on throughout my days. But I will make sure that I can still do whatever is necessary to make these videos for you guys, even if it means that I am going to be making a video that is just me sitting in a chair by some fireplace in a red kimono with some kind of a pipe and a newspaper. Yeah, just imagine me sitting like that, but then me as Batman, or Bruce Wayne for that matter. But I am going to be making myself the bad logo in the sky here. So that will basically become my life's goal. I mean, it is my creation. If there would be someone who should be dying to use it and should be supporting it through thick and thin, well then that should be me. Even though I am more of a glass half empty guy, this time around I am just doing a full 180 on that, and I am going to be supportive of my work, and that is about it. But of course, like I said, and that is the main reason why I am building myself this logo, I need more resources to actually show the people that my creation worked, even though I am not sure how it works myself. But I guess that will come with age or something, who knows. Maybe I will not find out how it actually works until I am like 80 or something. But let's just hope that I will be able to figure this thing about before that time. I am just hoping that we can finally use this, and we are done with building like complete useless houses that I cannot defend anyway. Instead we could just build one base like I just did, and use all of the suits that I have to protect it, like this Batman thing right here. That actually might be the way to go with this. But then again, I really just want to build something like that for myself because it brings me peace and some peace of mind, so I would rather just do all of that on my own once I have to come here again when I am stressful. Because I came here the other day and some freaking noob came around and he was not that bad, but it just gave me a lot of stress, and I did that thing with the creepers which was also pretty freaking stressful and anxiety inducing. So you know, I came here and decided to do something about my little problem by getting rid of the stress and anxiety by building this bad logo in the night sky, and by finding a way which would keep all of those noobs at bay when I am around here. That is just the ugly truth. I am sorry if it sounds like really harsh, but if this is what I have to do to finally be on my own in my own Minecraft world, then I will be okay to do all of this right now, and I will be bearing the consequences, of course, because that is just who I am as a person. So I don't know about you guys, but this is going to get pretty mental. I am not really sure what to expect from this, but I bet that it is going to be really hard. I have seen a couple of videos where people fought Superman and it looked really hard to me, but it looked like they were all lucky enough to get back to their home. So I hope that this will happen to me as well, and otherwise, you know, someone will probably have to come find me. I just hope that I do not get killed or kidnapped or something, and some creep finds me and he locks me up in his basement and he will keep me for all eternity. I am not really about all of that, so I just hope that I get straight back to my home so that my friend can literally love me. That is probably the funniest thing about all of this, the fact that I am going to get loved. But yeah, I am hopeful that all of this will go right at the first try, and otherwise I will have no idea what will happen to me if someone finds out that I am actually inside of that cannon bolt. So let's just hope that I do not get wrecked by mobs. But I am Superman now, so this is actually pretty fun for now. I mean, I would have never thought that this was the way that this day would go. So I guess that is some kind of a learning experience now that I can actually see what is going on inside of this new world. But I mean, these things are going fast and they are pretty reckless. No wonder they always lose stuff or get killed by normal players. I mean, would you just look at this dump? We are speeding over here with like 100 miles an hour. That is like 70 miles an hour over the hilltop speed limit. Someone should notify the authorities about these illegal street races or illegal home races on hilltops as Superman. But then again, that is basically the same stuff. But I bet that you guys have noticed that I actually went to the North Pole a couple of weeks ago, and I saw what kind of methods those Santa his little helpers were using, and they do things way more delicate. They are not just throwing around with me and such, because if they do not handle those suits well, then they will have to answer to Santa Claus. And even though he is the nicest guy on the planet, he can still kick your butt. Let's just hope that I do not end up losing my mind over this thing, because I am really afraid that I actually end up just really stressed out, and at that point I am pretty sure that this thing will come and haunt me in my dreams, which would really be kind of a bummer in my case, because sleep is something that I really kind of enjoy doing from time to time, and by time to time I mean twice a day, and sometimes 3, but that depends on what kind of breakfast I had. But I still cannot figure out how to actually build something with this thing. How bad is it that I am not even sure what to do with this thing when I am the one who should be knowing what to do with it? I know that I am supposed to be melting stuff, but I guess that this is just way harder than it actually looks. Just try it for yourself. I bet that you guys are able to find this thing on your own. Just try it out and maybe tell me if you actually ended up getting this thing to work, because I am not getting anything done with this thing. Maybe it is for the better. The world might just not be ready for this thing. Who knows? And I guess that might just be a good thing. Since no one knows how this works, well, that means that no one will find out a way to make it work for a bad cause. But I am giving up on these suits. That was it for today. I hope that you still enjoyed it.